Hi, my name is Danny and I'm hiking the Appalachian Trail. Today we'll be doing a practice hike overnight, actually going to the Appalachian Trail. We're here at Beechertown, near the Nantahala River, and I'll be completing my Bartram trail hike that I did not finish this summer. I had 6 miles left, finishing going up to Cheoah Bald. So today's hike will be 6 miles, 3,000 feet of gain. It's gonna be real tough, but we're gonna camp at the top. Should be perfect weather, gorgeous view, hopefully a great sunset and sunrise at the top of the mountain. The weather is 60 degrees right now here at the bottom. I anticipate it getting actually fairly chilly tonight, potentially into the upper 20s. So I'm prepared. My pack isn't too heavy, to be completely honest. And I'm ready to finish what I couldn't finish last summer just because of time constraints. So that being said, let's get after it. Crossing the Nantahala River. Now we're on the bike path for about a mile or so. And now we're crossing it a second time. And again over there. Soon we will begin climbing and I will begin to hate my life again. Because that's how it should be when you're going up. Alright, just crossed the road. Here's the Bartram. We got the train tracks. Apparently there is a tourist passenger train that runs on this thing that goes to the NOC just a couple miles that way. But yeah, back on the Bartram. And here we go. All right, did the first 2 miles in about 40 minutes, about 100 feet of gain so far. We've just reached Ledbetter Creek. I believe this is, it's down there. Cross the bridge, and then the pain and suffering actually begins. There was like a tiny bit of up on the way here, but yeah, it's about to get a lot worse. Good news, as the crow flies, I only have like 4 miles. Bad news, still like 3,000 feet up, so it's gonna be 4 very, very tough miles. But yeah, nothing to do but keep hiking, I guess. Anyway, off we go. Taking a break. Holy cow. This is a brutal climb. Oh man. I had to refamiliarize myself with the Bartram's chosen routes. The trail has so many PUDs, pointless ups and downs. Here there was basically just one. And then it's straight up, like 20% plus grade, sustained over at least the last half mile, and I bet it continues. Good news is, from the bottom, we're halfway, more than halfway actually, to Ledbetter Creek Camp, which is where my lunch break will be. So, with that in mind, I'm going to keep pushing. It is still only 2:40, only hiked for an hour. I've gone over 2.5 miles and taken care of a little bit of the up already, so I'm making good time right now. But yeah, oh man, what a climb so far. All right, taking a break. This is my first 1,000 feet of gain, 2,000-ish more to go. What I will say is that I did, I'd say, yeah, like 800 feet up in 3/4 of a mile, which is as steep as it gets on any trail anywhere. And it sure felt like it. Not too far from Ledbetter Creek and lunch, so I'll be pushing on. First little overlook, looking out at Nantahala Gorge, and it's quite nice. Also, the trail is actually flat to slightly down right now, which I don't mind. Get a little break, get into that camp, sit down and eat. Kind of what I need after that brutal up. But yeah, onward. Break time. Made the camp. Nice little site. The creek's over there. You can probably hear it, but it's nice. This would be a great place to camp if I didn't want to go all the way to the top of the mountain, as if that wasn't, the thing I came here to do. But it's a nice little campsite. Maybe if I ever do a Bartram through hike again, not gonna happen. No chance. But if I did do that, I'd definitely consider camping here because honestly, good campsites on the Bartram pretty limited. But yeah, I'm gonna have half a Publix sandwich and some water, and then I'll continue on my way. Back on the trail, just forded this. Somehow did not get wet at all, unbelievably. But believe this is Ledbetter Falls. More up here, but not as bad as what I've already done. So confident I should be able to handle it. Turns out, the place where I stopped was not Ledbetter Creek Camp. That is just a little farther up here. But it is what it is. I stopped at a nice campsite, got my food in, and now we're continuing on the trail. Going along, and I wanted to show off this cool cliff where you can very clearly see the rock layering. And on the other side, big rock slide. Just think this is super neat. Part of Cheoah is very rugged. I mean, that canyon, the Antihala Canyon, is very steep. And this part is just very rugged, very difficult climbing. But we're making good progress. All right, just crossed Ledbetter Creek again. Done it a bunch now. And just crossed the 2,000 foot mark in terms of elevation gained today. There's a fly on my head. I'm gonna go another 500 feet. There's a gravel road, and I'll stop there, eat my other half of my sandwich, resupply, rest, and get ready to push on to the summit. Almost there. I can feel it. I can feel it. All right, we're taking a break at the road. This trail is kicking my butt right now. I'm not gonna lie, but we have 600 feet of elevation gain left in about 1 mile. And then we are at the top. And I will have finally finished the Bartram Trail, at least from Courthouse Gap where I started. Technically, there's, a section before that I didn't do, but mentally speaking, I will have finished it. It will be a 7-mile day with about 3,200 feet of gain when it's all said and done. 7 miles ain't a lot. 3,200 feet is a lot. There's no two ways about it. That is a lot of gain. I did actually have days with more than that. I had a couple days more than that when I did Bartram this summer. But man, it's tough. This has been a very tough climb. But I have no doubt that I can finish, fortunately. I've sweated so much that it's evaporated, and there's now little bits of salt on my cheeks and my neck and everywhere. And yeah, I went through an entire layer of water on this climb. Fortunately, there's a creek right down there. I'm going to fill up before we hit the summit. But yeah, this is about as tough as it gets, to be honest. But, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna feel so proud of myself because there are very few climbs that are 3,000 feet or more than that on the AT, and I'd say this definitely rivals all of them. This has been tough. There's been some really, really steep stretches and rugged stretches, but I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna rest up and I'm gonna push on and get a nice view at the top. And I'm really tough climb so far, but views are starting to get really good. We're almost there. Just a little bit more up. Made it to the AT. 0.2 miles left that way, and we're done. I hope, well, I don't even know what I hope. I'm just tired. I'm not hoping anything. I just want to get there. This is kicking my butt. Here it is. Oh my God, I made it. Oh my God, it's incredible. Wow. Look at this view. That's the night's campsite. All right, I'll set up for the night right there. Nice. I like that. Big fan of that. It's getting cold already. Temperature's dropping. There's a cloud in front of the sun right now. But we still have like 2 hours till sunset. So just gonna make dinner, chill, and have a good night. morning. Fortunately, sunrise is behind a cloud, so we missed it, but up and at 'em at 7:50. Already made my coffee. Gonna pack up and try it out here as soon as I can. Waffle House in Andrews is calling me. Slept pretty well last night, about 6 hours. Woke up like once, but for the trail, did pretty well. But yeah, let's get after it. All right, all packed up. Head out here at 8:22. All right, headed down. About 5 miles of down, 2 miles of flat. Beautiful morning today. Sun is shining, views are gorgeous. I'm in great spirits. I feel great. Honestly, the climb, I mean, it was really tough yesterday, but I'm not really sore or anything like that. So, we're gonna have a great day on the trail. Made some friends at camp today, or yesterday, I guess. 2 through hikers, Phoenix and Critter, who hopefully I'll see when I start my Sobo here in a couple months. But yeah, we're in great spirits right now. I know the down on the Bartram is gonna suck, but not as much as coming up, surely, right? All right, here is our turn off. All right, goodbye AT, I'll see you in a couple months, hopefully. And hello and fuck you, Bartram. God, what a trail. This is a rough one. I don't know if I'd recommend hiking it if you're not really experienced. This is a rough one. All right, reached the road. It is 8:45. We're making good time. The steepest section, oh, there's 2 really steep sections, but one of them's already done. So we're doing great so far. Now we get some cruising down for a little while, which I think I need. We're back in the rocky section, and got a nice little stream crossing here. I think I might just fill up my water before I go across this. But there have been some really nice waterfalls in this little area just because of these rocks. Get some nice falls. Let's see if I can show them to you on the way down. I mean, how cool is that? And there's like more just like it, just a little farther down the trail. And we've got this one. I believe this is Bartram Falls, by the way. See if I can confirm that on the map. But yeah, we got more cataracts down here. Let's see. Get a good vantage point. But yeah. Boom. Big waterfall. There's a good spot just up here. I glossed over this yesterday just because I was really in the zone. I was pooped already and didn't want to stop, but yeah, this is Bartram Falls. In this really rugged area of the trail. Stopping for a snack break here at Ledbetter Creek Camp. Nice little campsite here. I'll chill out for a little bit and then we'll push on. Only got about 1,200 feet down left. And we cooked on the first 2,000 or so. We went pretty fast. I done 3.1 miles in an hour and 15 minutes. So kind of thinking the rest should take me probably about the same, an hour 15, maybe an hour 30, which would put me back at my car at 11:15 to 11:30. So we're making good time. Waffle House is calling my name. All right, back in the trail. Fleece is off, shades are on, and we're gonna cook these last 2 miles before we get the 2 super duper free easy miles. But yeah, making great time, making great progress, still feeling great. So let's keep going. So we're headed down. I just wanted to show off. You can see, maybe if I can find it again. There it is. The tank. That's where the Bartram goes. It goes straight down and then straight back up the other side of this canyon. And I know I've been complaining about it a lot, but dude, this trail is brutal. I mean, that climb down was hard on my feet and knees. This climb down is hard on my feet on these. And don't even get me started on the climb up. Like, oh my goodness. No mercy. But good news, we're almost done and don't have to come back. All right, we reached the tracks, the rail and the river. Cross all three, and then we will be on the bikeway, have our 2 basically road walk miles, and be done with this trip. All right, Bartram goes up that way and that way. We'll be going that way and ending our hike today. All right, made it back. It was a great hike. I'm tired and I'm ready for Waffle House. So thanks for watching. If you want to see my AT journey, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.